The KSC podcast is supported by Patreon, which is also home to Sinister Cinema Studios, making video games, CGR and liminal horror content. We post regularly, including devlogs, test builds, behind-the-scenes content, and the occasional free PC game, alongside early access episodes of the KSC podcast. If you want to support us and what we do, hit up patreon.com/Kinell Sinister Cinema. Safe. Yo, so how are we?
I'm alright, yeah. That's a quick, like, no intro or nothing, just straight in. Cold open, I think they call that.
Yeah, flipping normally, like, fucking, I've been doing, like, the online ones, innit? So, like, normally, like, I've got a button to bring me guest in.
Oh,
like,
really?
Yeah, but you're already here.
I am, yeah. I live here.
Yeah, but it's one of those. It's the KSC podcast once again, back in the studio. Remember when we used to do this?
Do you want them?
Nah, I'm good.
Get them out of the way.
Yeah. Remember when we used to do this back in the studio? Like, I thought, come back down here. It's a nice change and catch up with the main man himself, Danny McLoughlin.
Hello, mate. You okay?
Yes.
Right.
Flipping, making moves as always, but you've been a bit quiet online. What's been popping?
Yeah, no podcasts or nothing at the minute. I've just been trying to do the, like, clips. I think clips are going to be big.
Yeah.
No, for some reason, I've just decided to put some clips out just to see how it was. That's my only online presence at the minute.
Yeah.
Jibbed the pods off for a little bit. There was just a lot of them, and it was like making me sad. Not that there was a lot of them, just doing it just takes too long. So I need a little break, but I'll be back soon. With can't say what. There's what do the kids say? Big things are gone.
Big things coming, like big pods coming, like.
Yeah. So yeah, that's it.
Just gonna be uploading pictures of you just going.
Yeah, that's
into
it.
a microphone, like
spitting bars.
Yeah, big pods coming.
That'll be me. But yeah, that's it really. Not a lot going on. Just trying to live my life, decorate my house.
Yeah.
Did a lot of painting, and I know it's not what the podcast listeners want to hear, but painted my cupboards black.
Have you?
And my banisters and that.
Oh yeah. Strong gothic vibe. What colours the walls going with? Like?
Dimity by Farrow and Ball. Not that I didn't get the Farrow and Ball paint. It's too spenny. Don't like it. It's too chalky as well. But I got a dupe.
A dupe?
I got a Farrow and Ball dupe.
Is that made by the same guys who do the aftershave?
Yeah. It's the same.
Yeah,
it's just colour matched.
Like a working men's club in the 1990s.
That and Davidoff. Am I even in the shot there? I think I am.
Yeah.
Need to be comfy. What about you? What have you been doing?
Directed my first film last weekend. That was a mad one.
What, just on a weekend?
Yeah, you should be able to see the making of that on the Patreon soon, like. I've been too much with the pods. Pod's been kind of irregular, but the Patreon's been popping, because been doing stuff, been like making things in Blender, making things in Unreal, making films, making game shit.
Unreal, is that the engine? What games do they use? What games use the Unreal engine?
Fucking loads of them these days. Like if it doesn't
What's
use
the one I know? Because I've seen it. I'm not a game guy, but I've seen that. Where would I have seen it? What game would I have played?
I don't know. What should we call it? I play mainly the horror ones. Like, what games do you play?
Do you know my favourite game of the last 10 years? I've mentioned this quite a bit to anyone who listen. It's called Kingdom Come Deliverance.
Is it?
And it's a medieval RPG by Warhorse Studios, but it's like dead realistic. Like you have to get like enough sleep.
Yeah,
and if you do and if you put your carrots in your bag, and if you don't eat them within like 3 days, they go off.
Yeah, what should we call it? That does strike me as more sort of your thing. Like no dragons or anything like that.
No, it's like Skyrim but real.
Yeah, like no dragons and monsters, but like just diphtheria.
Yeah, exactly that. Like, yeah, and if you can get pissed and you wake up in the morning and you're not, it's dead good. The second one's coming out later this year.
Is it? Is it?
Released in 2018, I think, and they've been making it. It was an independent studio, but it's set in Bohemia. Which is which is the modern day like Czech Republic. So, and it's all dead real It's fucking great. It's dead good. I recommend it.
Yeah, that'll probably be in Unreal, like, because like flipping, like all the fucking films are in Unreal now and everything. Like,
oh really?
Yeah, I didn't realize like how much of it was like when I was like, because I was doing Unity before, and like when
what's that?
It's another kind of thing. Unreal Engine's what you do if you got a swanky computer. And a couple of months back, I got a swanky computer.
Drop some dough. Drop some bands.
Yeah. Fucking, I've got fucking latest generation processor, ray tracing, get graphics card, all these words but that's what they make like fucking Star Wars and shit now. But like, you know, it's like I knew that like you use it for they use the technology for things with like loads of like special effects and that like. But like I didn't realise while I was like going through like the tutorials, it'd be like, oh yeah, this is what they use for crowds in the Queen's Gambit.
What, chess crowds?
Yeah,
just low key, just like people like,
like fucking everything, like fucking like there's probably as much like CGI in like,
don't tell me, it's sad. It makes me sad that
in Sex and the City as there is in like flipping Infinity War.
That's so mad. So like all the people like Samantha's walking past in the street and that.
Oh, the amount of digital de-aging to just make them look like humans, like on there.
Next, you're going to tell me that like that scene in The Matrix where they're walking through the city and he sees the woman in the red dress. That's not real.
Yeah, it was actually blue.
Imagine if like we found out that the Bittersweet Symphony video, where Richard Ashcroft's like just bumping into people, that wasn't even real. That was CGI. That'd make me sad.
Well, imagine if they used CGI to make him look like he just got knocked over by every single person.
Yeah, just like sparked out. I remember seeing that video and thinking, oh, what a cunt. Yeah. I didn't even like, because obviously he's meant to be like, oh, look how cool this guy is. I just think, oh, he's a fucking prick. I hope he gets run over.
Yeah, he just doesn't know how to draw in a straight line, and he looks like fucking like, maybe he'd be a bit tall, but you're pretty sure you could batter him, innit?
Who, Ashcroft? That's a good thing, isn't it? Like indie musicians that you could probably twat.
Yeah.
Cocker.
Oh, undoubtedly, like, but it like flipping like all of them, all that Britpop lot, like fucking, like that. It all turned out they were like fucking like landed gentry.
Yeah, him from Blur that makes cheese.
Yeah,
is it Alex James?
Yeah,
yeah. Maybe I don't know. Some of the like maybe the Shed 7 lads are quite handy. They're from like York and Leeds, and it like so maybe like the Northerners, maybe, but like
I reckon TerraVision would be ours. Bradford lads.
Oh, are they?
Yeah.
What about Chumbawamba? Because the trouble is with them, you can't defeat them, can you? Because
you get knocked down.
So I knew I'd get out of it with a joke there. So, like, Resident Evil 1 is my favourite ever game, by the way, and then Kingdom Come Deliverance is my favourite game of the last 10 years.
Yeah.
Don't think there's a better video game of all time than Resident Evil 1.
It's amazing, like, fucking, like I'm into the, the remake of it that's like the, that they made for the GameCube in 2002.
Oh, yeah, I never played that. Apparently they got the atmosphere right on that.
Oh, yeah, it's fucking great. Like, I've got it on my fucking Steam Deck. I fucking like...
Oh, really? Do you know when people, like, go in bands and they like, name the band after something obscure from, like, a video game growing up or something? Mine would be the Hexagonal Crank. That's what my band would be called. And people would be like, where's that from? It's like, in Resident Evil, there's a bit where you have to find a different shaped crank. Yeah. And it takes fucking ages. You have to go past all the plants and that.
Yeah, and the plants are pricks and all.
They're all pricks.
Yeah.
In hindsight, should they not have just got out and then blew that whole mansion up?
Like, that makes sense, doesn't it?
Would that not have been better just to, like, cordon it off, like Wuhan?
Like, I think they changed a couple of bits, one of the bits they changed when they did the GameCube remake in 2002, which is like the version you could still get on everything. When Capcom do a sale, you can get it for like a $5.
Oh, cool. Can you get it on the PS still?
Yeah.
I love it, mate.
Yeah, but like one of the changes they made is that they get chased into the mansion by the big fucking dogs.
Yeah, that's in the first one, I think.
Yeah.
Because it's like a film in it at first when you put it on.
Yeah.
It's like the worst voice acting of all time.
Yeah.
Barry Burton.
Legendary.
What is this?
Yeah.
It's amazing. I love it. Have you played the new one? I don't know if we're talking about video. I don't know. You might have spoke about
we
this
are now.
Well, you might have spoke about it on on other stuff, but I haven't played the new one because I didn't want the Village one.
Yeah.
Because it just looked like a bit too, like of a leap away.
Like fucking, I really like it. Like, but like a lot of people said that about 4, innit? Like the 4.
Is that the racist one?
No, 5's the racist one.
So funny. Although 4 might be racist, but because it's like Eastern Europeans, no one's asked. Yeah. No one's asked. It's probably racist to like Serbia and that, but no one gives a fuck because they're white. Everyone's like, it's not that racist.
Yeah. Was it Andrew Schultz calls like Serbians and that like the scary whites?
Oh yeah, right. Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're dead in it if you're fighting like some Polish guys. That's the people I'm scared of fighting the most.
Yeah.
That and Jarvis Cocker.
Yeah. Sheffield.
Got back in there.
Steel City.
Linked it up.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what's your game called?
The one I'm working on at the minute is called like Expired Meds. And fucking...
Is that from personal experience?
Yeah.
I remember following that thread.
Yeah.
On Twitter. Not long... Was that a couple of months ago or something? A few months ago?
Yeah.
When you couldn't get...
Yeah, fucking they ran out of ADHD drugs. I forgot to take me meds on Monday while it was on my last day to like try and do that film. I was wondering why I was having such a chaotic time, like.
Really?
Yeah.
How do you feel about like everyone having that now? I don't think there's anyone that I know who... Because like loads of people I know have said, oh, I've got ADHD.
Yeah.
And I'm in my head, I'm like, have you though? But it's never entered my mind with you. Yeah, it's like, yeah, you have, yeah.
Yeah, it's fucking one of them, like, fucking, like, I got, like, fucking, you know, I fucking, like, was just basically had, like, severe drinking problem beforehand, and, like, fucking, like, I got me severe drinking problem to get myself off me severe drug problem. And then fucking when I started taking...
That's what ADHD is, the alcohol dependency, heroin dependency.
Yeah, and fucking like, and then I got diagnosed with it and got on the things and thought like, oh wow, I'm going to learn how to like make Hollywood quality graphics in my living room.
Do you know what's fucked my like image of medication up? What's that film with Bradley Cooper? Is it
Limitless?
Limitless.
Yeah.
Because now I take it, and like if I take something, I'm like, oh, I feel a bit, because I've got that in my head. Even if it's like a paracetamol, it's like proper placeboed me. Yeah. I'm like, oh, I'll clean the kitchen a bit faster there. Yeah. Maybe I'm limitless now. And then it's like 2 minutes later, I'm like, oh, no.
Just go out and just just drop $1,000 on the stocks and immediately start a fight with a fucking...
Start like fucking diagnosing like heart defects from touch. Yeah. That when he's just like, yeah, you haven't got long left, you. Like, even Robert De Niro's like, what? So I, about 15 years ago, maybe 12, 13 years ago, have you ever had ephedrine?
Yeah.
Discovered ephedrine and started taking that to lose weight.
Yeah.
And it's like the best, that's the closest I've ever come to being like limitless. Like it really, because it's just amphetamine, that's you, I think. Because it's amphetamines and I've never done any like drugs. Yeah. I was like, and it was fucking great, but then I thought I had a brain tumour and jibbed it off. Yeah. Even though I lost 2.5 stone in like 2 weeks. I
mean, like fucking like, ephedrine is like fucking like the, a like toned down version of ADHD drugs.
Right, okay.
Yeah, like fucking, like I'm on fucking Elvance, like, and like I just have like one in the morning and I could think properly like a normal fucking person and get some shit done.
So what if you take that and you haven't got ADHD? Is that limitless?
That's just, you're just on drugs. You're just on fucking whiz.
I might get some.
Yeah. Fucking like it's happened to me before, because the problem is like when you take your first fucking ADHD drugs in the morning, you've still fucking full ADHD. Sometimes I'd forget and like double drop and then just be halfway to work and go, wow, I feel like I've just done a lot of fucking cocaine. and I've got to go and work for 8 hours.
Yeah, just in the office going, oh, you got high cholesterol. Like, just judging people, like, diagnosing people. When I went to Bali, to Bali for a stag do and a wedding.
Yeah.
Like, my mate lives in Australia, and that was like, it was better for everyone.
Yeah.
Because obviously the drug, you can't, I think it's difficult to get drugs in Australia. Well, not difficult, but it's more expensive because it's like so far away. Like getting beak in Australia, apparently. I don't know. I might be wrong, but apparently...
Fucking, they all have like crystal meth over
apparently
there.
Yeah, because it's dead hard to get beak and it's dead dear. But because it's death sentence in Bali for drugs, the lads on the stag do were all taking Ritalin as like a party drug.
Yeah, fucking...
That's so mad, though. Like,
Yeah. It's fucking Concerta. That's what fucking... Molly got...
Oh, did she?
Yeah, I think she was having that, like... I fucking should have a word with Molly. I had a word with her when she, came out the coma and that.
Oh, yeah.
But now I'm making a computer game about a woman who's in a coma.
Yeah, should probably give her a shout.
Yeah.
Yeah, she might have some first-hand knowledge. Might be a primary source.
Yeah, well, I'm basing it off like my old coma, like, and I've just thought make it a bird because because no one wants to hear like come from
Because
Wrexham.
Disney.
Yeah.
Because Disney.
Yeah. Woken up the thing.
How long were you in coma for?
Flipping 3.5 weeks. Flipping this was like 2007. This was.
Oh, good days.
Yeah, fucking like it was just before Christmas, and I hadn't been paid. I hadn't done my Christmas shopping. So, like, fucking, like, I didn't get out of hospital for 2 months. Missed Christmas, didn't have to buy one present. Nice.
Yeah, I'd rather be at home, though.
Yeah.
I think. I'd rather just go and get a couple of Soap and Glory sets and be at home than, like, be in hospital and not have to buy some presents.
Oh, yeah, I was in a wheelchair and spent ages, like, it took me, like, months to try and figure out what was real and what was the hallucinations from my, like, 3.5 weeks of being.
What was it induced?
It was, but it was like 3.5 weeks of it. Like fucking, well, like basically, I was dead and like going to like I'd gone in there with like I had like some flu or some shit like, and I just kept going to work because I thought like, oh, I don't fucking take days off. Like when I was obviously really fucking ill. And then it went to dead bad pneumonia and fucking like...
Oh, so it was the same as Molly then? It was like...
Yeah, very similar.
Oh, shit.
I got like fucking carried into hospital, like fucking chucking up blood. Yeah.
Is that from that?
Yeah, man. And fucking like, I was completely fucked and like, they brought up this breathing machine called the oscillator. Like when it's like rare bits of not often used medical equipment. There's like a couple of guys whose job it is just driving it around the country.
In my head, it looks like, you know, the stuff they use in Return to Oz?
Yeah.
When they put her in the Have you seen Return to Oz?
Yeah.
Isn't it like, have we spoke about it before?
I don't think we spoke about it on air, like, but like, yeah, probably
You've heard me talk about how I think pound for pound, it's the scariest film of all time?
Might be, but...
And when I say pound for pound, I mean, like, given who it's aimed at.
Yeah. Yeah, like fucking insane decisions like were made like
even the woman from the fucking Craft is Dorothy, like that's when you know it's freaky.
Yeah, like fucking like it's one thing saying like, oh, because they're not singing and like, oh, because these things look freaky. Before you even fucking get to Oz, she's literally being given electroshock therapy.
Yeah. And she has to escape on like a raft.
Yeah.
I love it. I think it's really good.
Yeah.
Nothing looks more appetizing in any film. Maybe the Big Kahuna Burger, right? That might be the best use of food in a film. But nothing looks more appetizing than those fucking lunch pails that are on the tree.
Yeah.
Like do you remember? The butty boxes, and then she opens it and it's got like the butty boxes that grow on trees. Google it. It's really cool.
Yeah, fucking kind of like a Japanese bento box.
Yeah, but in a tree.
Yeah.
So sick. By the way, is that a tracheotomy or is it an otomy or an optomy? I never know.
I think it's a tracheotomy, like
right,
like fucking like I know the Americans pronounce it different, like. But I'll tell you what, like I knew about tracheotomies like before because I'd seen it on telly. Like,
what did you see? This is what I was going to get on. Where was the first episode, like instance of seeing it?
Like I heard you say episode. It was what should we call it? Thank the Knife from The Simpsons.
Right, okay. Do you know what mine was?
What?
I'm sure. Carl Kennedy had to do one in Neighbours.
Oh, I might have seen that one.
Yeah. That's the first instance of a tracheotomy.
Yeah.
Carl Kennedy.
Yeah, and he did it with a fucking biro.
With a biro, yeah.
Yeah, fucking like, that would have been... See, like, I'd seen things like that, and that's like what I knew of tracheotomies, whatever the fuck they're called, like.
Neck holes.
Yeah, and like everyone knows about that. The thing that, like, no one who has been around someone or had one, that they don't tell you about tracheotomies is the fart noise.
Oh, right.
Yeah, because fucking, you're breathing through that. When they take it out, like, and it's the first time you can talk because, like, the wind's going out there, you can't talk. So it's the first time you can say something. You have to, like, because there's, like, dead important arteries and veins and shit around there. They can't just go fucking around stitching it up, like. So, like, they have to, like, let it heal naturally. So they just put a dressing over it and all this, like, and you, like, just put your, you just put
like
your thing
press to talk? Like a Buzz Lightyear in a shop?
Well, it's like a recorder, like you know, you got to cover it to get the note to just get the
do some fingering.
Yeah. But the thing is with it, like obviously, like all of the wind is like going through there naturally, like when you're not covering it, and it's shaped like a tiny little arsehole. So every time you breathe out, it makes a fart noise. Like, so, like, when it first comes out, you're like, oh, my God, I can speak again. And like, you know, you've normally been through something and your neck's just going... Honestly, like, you fucking, like... And, like, you get, like, you come out of intensive care and, like, fucking people who thought they were never going to see you again are having these emotional fucking meetings with you. And, like, you know, you see that on telly, but what you don't hear is...
That's so funny.
Yeah, and...
Shot there. Go.
As it heals, the fucking, like, it gets smaller and smaller, so obviously it's getting higher and higher pitched. So you're doing higher and higher pitched neck farts. They are proper farts because it is an arsehole shape.
You have to change the reed.
Yeah.
Oh, the reed's gone. Let me move this because I don't think this is...
Yeah. There we go.
Just because I want to be leaning back. Fat Joe, innit?
Lean back.
Ah, there we go.
Do the rock away. Yeah, but yeah, when it gets really like the tightest it can get, when it's like, yeah, it's like the tightest possible arsehole. like the only time it made a sound was like, what should we call it? When I'd like go for a shit and like fucking like, you know, just get there on me fucking Zimmer frame. And I'd go for a shit on the fucking ward toilet. Like when your fucking diaphragm's going, it's just like a really high pitched blast of like, your neck could just do a fart whistle while you were shitting.
And then your ass would do, oh, that's horrible.
Yeah.
I never want one. I've changed my mind. Oh.
Queuing up for one before that, but like...
So you're saying they don't always do them with biros? Carl Kennedy's lied.
Carl Kennedy's just doing style points, isn't he? Like,
yeah.
Yeah, he's fucking on even MacGyver in the shit.
I don't think the only thing that's film-wise that's had more of an impact on people than getting a tracheotomy with a biro, I think, is you know where something stays in the culture from a film?
Yeah.
Do you know what it is? I think you'll know what it is. I don't think anything has stayed in common culture from a horror film more than this. What do you think it is? Like, people still don't do this thing because they've seen it in a film.
Ooh, I can think.
Even though it's never, I don't think there's any instance of it actually happening in real life.
Say Candyman in the mirror?
No. It's people don't drive behind those log trucks.
Yes.
Because of Final Destination. People won't do it.
Yeah.
But it's mad that that's the only one that people still go on fucking sunbeds. Yeah. Like, do you know what I mean? They still do gymnastics.
Yeah.
But no one will drive behind a log truck.
And they still go on fucking planes.
Yeah. Every time I get on a plane, I think, oh, this is the last plane I'm getting on. I hate it. Scares me.
One of my missus' mates was on that Singapore flight that fucking went down.
What? When was that?
Fucking last week.
Oh, nah. I don't see. This is the thing. Like, why are planes still going down in the year of our Lord 2024?
Like, what should we call it? Like fucking, like, I think it was like, I don't think it was like a full-on explosion crash, but like fucking I think it was only a couple of people died in it, but she smashed her fucking neck and she'll never walk again. Like,
fuck.
Yeah. And she's Irish, like, so what should we call it? They didn't even put it in the British papers. It was all saying like 3 English people were on the flight, and there was like a load of Irish in it. They just not mentioned.
Well, mate, I didn't even know about that. See, that maybe my algorithms know that I don't want to hear about any plane crashes. You'll never get me in a helicopter, by the way. That is one thing.
Yeah.
I will never do. Helicopters, horses, and motorbikes.
Yeah.
They're my 3 no's.
Yeah, fucking is it a working class thing that like fucking like when you're growing up, like the 3 hardest lads you know all die in a motorbike?
I know what you mean.
Yeah.
I know more people than I probably should that's happened to.
Yeah.
I don't know them, but I know of people. You know what I mean? You hear it more than like people dying in other like fires.
Yeah.
Like,
I think it's like when you get to a certain age, like fucking like everyone's got so many mates that have died on motorbikes that they just think maybe I'll leave the fucking motorbikes.
Just
alone.
don't understand like why you would do it. Like the helicopters is the mad one. Like if you're not safe and you're the billionaire owner of Leicester City, or if you're one of the best basketball players ever to live, or if you're a fucking rally driver that used to take blind corners at 116 mile an hour, it's not going to respect you. Madness that the only cunt that survived is Farage. Like, maybe he's like more powerful than we think. Walked away unscathed.
You just think like that must have been like a shit plane. I reckon if he was in like a decent plane, it'd be a bit.
Oh, was that a plane?
Yeah.
It wasn't a helicopter, Farage.
I think
it might have been a plane.
Yeah.
Oh, I wish it was a... Maybe it should have been a helicopter.
Yeah, I think like surely you've got to be fucked in a helicopter, like, because you've got all those huge blades above you, like, you know.
It's too scary for me.
Like fucking like there's been loads of shit with Boeing like in it, and like there's been like 2 people who were like kind of whistleblowers who said like fucking like Boeing had been like letting the standards slide. This is Boeing, not Airbus. The local lads are cool.
I just don't understand.
Yeah, they like both died like within a week of like saying like.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Like, I just don't understand how you can ever think that like staff in your employ are gonna care about who they work for, like in any job.
Yeah.
It's the same people that drop lettuce on the floor at Greg's and still put it on the butty.
Yeah.
They're the same people that are working in fucking Boeing and like not screwing the wings in properly, and because they're still going out and getting pissed the night before.
Yeah.
We've all done that job where we've turned in hungover and not done it as well. That is happening.
Yeah, fuck it.
So who are we to think that that's not happening?
I think like what should we call it? Like fucking it's because it's all about like fucking like cost cutting with these things now, and like they'll have like 3 layers of like, because like I don't know what it's like there now, but I remember in Airbus like you had to like every time you put one rivet in, you had to get someone to sign it off, and then someone had to sign off that guy.
Yeah, and then
you've got these layers of fucking.
They've just probably got rid of like 2 layers, haven't they? Like
yeah, and like because like the guy at the top only catches like 2 things a year.
Yeah,
but those 2 things a year keep the fucking wing on.
You're trusting like the guy who's riveting now to like judge his own work, and he wants to get home because he's having a barbecue later. Like he's like, oh no, we're done now, get off. Weird. I couldn't do it. I'm scared every time I get on a plane, man, because I know people like who work in these places.
Yeah.
It's like when I remember, you just got to judge it on the people you know. I remember like doing my GCSEs in being in year 10, going into year 11, and being like scared and being like, oh, and then you just think, all those fucking idiots in the year above, if they can do it, I can do it. So that's what you mean, like some of these idiots are doing the things.
Yeah.
Like they're on the roads.
Yeah, fucking like...
Some of these people who couldn't tie their laces in school are now on the roads in charge of cars, or some of them like HGVs.
Yeah, and like, what should we call it? They're getting the license before they can tie the fucking laces.
Yeah.
Because you don't need a fucking shoelace tying license. And not like fucking some people.
You should.
Yeah.
Because then you'd know, like, oh, he's in Velcro. Nah, can't be trusted.
Like some people are just like fucking good at nothing in the world except passing like one specific test with one specific set of instructions, which is what a driving test is.
Yeah.
And some people in the world are good at nothing except job interviews.
Exactly, that's scary.
Yeah.
Like they know how to do the system.
Yeah.
And then they end up like being a surgeon. Not that they just interview for being a surgeon.
Well, they end up being like the fucking manager of all the surgeons, like, and they're just like so much thicker than everybody who works for them, but they've just walked straight into the position.
Yeah.
And they just fucking like just bullshit their way straight into a position where they don't have to actually do any work. They just tell people they're wrong for not doing things. But like the thing is, like, so those people like don't realise that they are dickheads, like, which is what they should understand. Like fucking Twitter, fucking like the second fucking Musk came in, it just stopped working.
Yeah, you just have to be so more like concerning with it now. Like, and also like, it's shit. I only use Twitter for news anyway. I don't.
Yeah.
It's gone now for what it used to be, which was like almost like a message board, like where you'd be able to put on there like, hey, like, does anyone know what time B&Q shuts?
Yeah.
And then people will be like, oh yeah, blah, blah, blah. Like I put the power had gone off.
Yeah.
In Hull, where I live, last week, and I put it on and I tagged Richard.
Yeah.
Shitchester.
Yeah.
And
then,
normally there'd be loads of people being like, oh, but just nothing. Yeah. No engagement. Like it's just people don't use it now, really, do they?
Yeah, fucking, it's got rid of like all the people, like fucking. So I've been using that Blue Sky, which I quite like because no one's fucking on it.
Right.
Like it's fucking it's like a fucking forum in the early 2000s. Like fucking there's fucking no one on it, and like fucking like it's just shit for promoting anything. Like fucking like you literally can't sell fucking anything on it. But because of that, no one's selling anything on it and no one's promoting themselves.
Right.
It's just a bunch of people like having the just posting shit and having the occasional public meltdown. I like that it's like fucking like it feels like a throwback to the to social media being useless.
Yeah, could do with a bit more of that. Everything now is just AI pussies in bio, isn't it? Like that's what Twitter is now. Sad. Yeah.
Fucking like I gotta say, the pussy and bio industry is like fucking like it's remarkable how quickly they pivoted to like from banning. Like it was like literally the same day that they said, "Oh, we're gonna have a thing that stops you from seeing pussy and bio." Like it was fucking photos of girls with pussy and bio written on their tits. Yeah, photos like within the day. Like fucking they just. Like fucking scammers and blaggers just move quicker than
it's
anyone.
Undefeated, man.
Yeah.
I'm not bothered about pussy in bio if it's actual pussy in bio. Like, that's the thing. Like, like if it's the woman trying to sell pussy in bio. But it's not, is it? It's just, it's AI fucking weirdos. Like,
yeah, I used to go onto Twitter looking for pictures of naked women. Like, now fucking like it's
just like not cartoons, but like you can tell there's AI picture. Like, they reckon someone said like it's a mad percentage of the actual people on OnlyFans are just AI. Yeah. Like the women you're looking at are not even like real women.
Yeah,
it's very sad that.
But like even when it was like mainly like because it became like fucking like such a growth thing in COVID.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, fucking we all had podcasts, and
yeah.
And what should we call it? Like, but the OnlyFans thing took off, and like people got really big on that, and then they started farming out the messaging.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because like that's where they make the money in OnlyFans, isn't it? It's like
I don't know. I'm not trying to be like, oh, I wouldn't know. Like, I just don't know a lot about it. Like, I've never like I'm not saying I'm above OnlyFans.
Yeah,
but I wouldn't be paying money to someone I don't know on OnlyFans. Like, I think the only ever time I'd subscribe to anyone's OnlyFans is if it was, like, someone I used to work with and I wanted to have a look at it.
Yeah.
Like, that's it. Like...
But that's the thing. If you think about, like, what should we call it? Like, it's like the fucking... The messaging is where they, like, make all the...
Right, so, like...
Because, like, fucking... No one's going to pay a monthly fee to see the same tits, are they?
Right, okay.
It's like,
so then they go, there's new tits here and it's 30 quid or whatever.
Yeah,
to see the new tits.
Yeah.
Right.
And like fucking like, you know, the fucking, you know, it's just interacting with people like, and fucking like, you know, just chatting.
Seems like a lot of work, that.
It seems like paying for like having a girlfriend who's only ever on the phone.
Oh, I mean for the person though, for the person that's doing it.
Yeah.
Not the subscriber.
Yeah. So then the independent call centers in like India and that, like, they started fucking like farming out the interaction. Like, so girls would get big on OnlyFans, and then then they could like get someone else to do their messages for them.
Oh, that's funny.
So that's you know, all they got to do is like supply like fucking, you know, fucking 6 pictures of tits a week, video of her fucking like sticking a cucumber in herself, and then fucking.
And you're talking to like some Indian guy in an office in like Kolkata, is that?
Yeah, fucking like who's probably like
That's hilarious. Big up.
Yeah,
big up both of them.
But like as soon as they started doing that, like as soon as like they started farming out that, because it's only like the big accounts that could do it. Like, you know, this whole kind of like cottage industry sprung up of being like fucking OnlyFans call centers.
Right.
So as soon as the AI generated big tits bikini women came out, then fucking like all those people in the call centers, so they go, oh, I know how to do this. And as soon as they could generate their own content.
Fuck. Yeah, so that's just, again, that's the same guy in the call center now doing the lot instead of like just doing the messages.
Yeah, so now he's not just taking the job, he's got the.
Wow. Might start doing it.
Yeah.
I might try and do it the old way though.
Yeah.
Just fucking, like, is there many men on there? Wonder. Don't know.
I think there's a market for penis among like the gay community, and
I thought like the gay lads would have their own shit though. They're quite good at that, innit?
I think that's it. It's like the interaction thing is
right.
Like what they're trying to get popping in it. Like, so I think there's people who like go really artistic with it. Like,
it was really funny. Sorry to cut you off. I was just thinking about. So I was talking to someone in a gig the other week, and they were a gay couple, and they met on Tinder.
Yeah.
And there was loads of people in the audience going, "What, that's ours?
Yeah.
That's our one. Haven't you got Grindr for that? What are you doing on ours?"
Yeah, the fucking auto shag fucking.
Yeah, fucking fuming they were. Like, oh, like Tinder was just for straight people.
Well, like, how's it cutting into the straight people thing?
Oh, you know what they're like. People are like.
You know,
I don't think they were more like. They weren't like fuming. They were just more like, hold on. But I suppose like if you've completed Grindr, you'd be like, oh, I'll just have a little look on Tinder, see if there's any people on there like that won't go on Grindr because it's a bin fire. I don't know. I've never been on Grindr or Tinder, to be honest, but never been on an app.
Never been on an app.
Duolingo, my only app.
Yeah.
Me and the owl. But that's it. Yeah, never bothered.
You ever sent the owl a dick pic?
No. Just in case the un petit. It just comes back in French. Un petit. You're like, oh, no. I'm trying to learn French, yeah.
Yeah, you've been doing that a long time. Like, how long's your streak?
I'll let you know now. It's defo in, it's pushing 500. But I've got like streak freeze. Do you know what I mean? I have missed a couple.
Yeah.
490.
490, like that days?
Yeah.
Geez, so like flipping, yeah, that's...
Duolingo it's not good at teaching you French though.
Yeah.
It's good at giving you vocabulary.
Yeah.
But that's it. I know what like summer is.
Yeah, like
or winter, but I won't be able to be like, oh, it's cold in the summer and I need a coat. You
need to be using it, like, innit? Like, so you'd have a head start, like, if there was anyone.
Well, apparently they've just, they've started, I'm just looking then, they've started doing this thing where they now put French podcasts on.
Oh,
so you can listen to podcasts in French. So that's where you'll learn.
Yeah.
Because how many of those like Romanian people do you know? I know a couple of like Romanian people or people. I'd say Romanian because that the specific guy. How long have you been in Chester?
Fuck it. It's been a bit. I think we're coming up to 8 years.
Oh, right. So you weren't in Chester when Blockbuster was open?
No.
There was a Romanian guy in there that I just thought was American.
Yeah.
Because he just sounded American. And it's because he learned English from, like, Count Dracula and that and fucking, what's it called? Friends and stuff.
Count Dracula and Friends, like they do say they're the two staples of.
I was going to say Count Duck because it was cartoons. I was going to say Count Duckula, but then I was like, no, that's English. These sound like David Jason. Yeah. And no one wants to sound like David Jason. How old is she? 16. Allegedly.
Yeah. So we hear, but also definitely. Yeah, flipping. What should we call it? Yeah, fucking. I've dealt with some dark corners of the internet, like. Since.
Yeah, I can imagine. So I didn't have the internet of my own until, like, this isn't a joke, like 2010.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't have like internet in my house.
Yeah.
It wasn't until I moved into Ermine Road with Nightingale and that we got the internet. Like, I was living in, like, shared. I always just didn't have it.
Yeah.
Because you didn't need it because you could play fucking computer games without having to be on it.
Yeah.
By the way, while we're chatting, that's the worst thing that's happened to computer games now. I say computer games because I'm old. I know it's video games, nerds. But they don't have to finish the games.
Yeah.
They just put the games out and then they go, we'll do a patch in like 4 weeks. You're like, I've paid 80 quid.
Yeah, I want it to fucking work now.
I want the proper game.
Yeah.
So annoying.
Yeah.
And they can like, you can finish it, but it's an extra 26 quid for the DLC.
Yeah.
Fucking, yeah. No thanks.
Yeah. I'm really looking to exploit people like that.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. But
I don't know, like
that's why God of War's so good. Because they were like, right, this is the game.
Yeah.
This is the game and it's not online and just play it.
Yeah, it's done now. Fucking leave me alone.
Yeah.
I think that's probably going to be more what I'm going to do, but I've kind of like got to learn to sort of deal with the sort of.
Like by the way, I'm not against DLC if it's like new stuff.
Yeah.
But it's when they go, that thing that you definitely need to finish the game. Or that thing that you definitely want because it's really cool. Like you used to be able to be like, I could get it, but it'll take me like 70 hours of grinding. Yeah. I don't sort of mind that as much.
Yeah.
But then they can go, right, you can't even get it now. It's 32 quid.
Yeah.
For a skin.
Yeah. Fucking the shit they sell to kids like's fucking out of order.
Mad.
Yeah.
Sell them crack. Like they used to. Better.
Yeah. Fucking, what should we call it? So, like, I don't know. I programmed my first jiggle physics today.
What's that? Your physics doesn't jiggle. It folds. Little Louis Theroux there for the mandem.
It's what should we call it?
Is that like bellies? How bellies would move and stuff?
It's tits, man.
I was trying to keep it PG.
No, like fucking jiggle physics in computer games. Specifically,
your PG was pussies and gooch.
Yeah, yeah. Specifically applies to fucking Norks and Batty.
Oh,
like fucking like. This is the thing, like, when you get into
Wasn't she in, like, Last of the Summer Wine? Norks and Batty. She had baggy tights.
Yeah, I should have got some compo. Fuck it, we really are traversing the generations here, like.
That's what we're about.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, like, fucking, it's... You got to go to some dark place. Like, when you first start learning, like, computer programming, you run into the computer-generated hentai community graphics community. You run into them in your first week.
Oh, really?
Literally, you've learned to do it. It's like, fucking, and they're fucking right there. The fucking people who are fucking just make fucking computer-generated porn for the sake of it. Like,
it's like they're gonna go, he's learning how to do video games. He's gonna need he's gonna need to know how to animate ejaculate in the first week. It's like, show me that in a month.
Yeah, that's the thing though. Like, because, like, what should we call it? You see that and you're freaked out. You think, okay, I'm staying well away from this shit. Then you run into a problem that you need some help with. Fucking Disney Pixar aren't going to fucking help you. Disney Pixar aren't going to give you tips on how to animate things better because they don't want you coming up and stealing their spot. But an anonymous autistic guy who makes Genshin Impact pornography for that he uploads on an account that isn't even monetized on fucking Pornhub.
Who's going to teach me? The guy whose last work was a 7-foot wolf fucking a woman. Like, all right, sound, he'll help.
Yeah, but fucking like, they're not in it for the money. They're not in it for the glory. They're not trying to gatekeep. Like flipping like the furries and the henty people. like, you know, I just want to figure out how to get this, like, how to get like sliding doors that go out slightly and an automatic door effect. There'll be someone who's made fucking like, the nurse out of Silent Hill getting bummed out of fucking putting. But fucking, the team behind DreamWorks aren't going to help you.
No. I love that how, like, the sliding door effect will be the sliding door of a peep show. And then that's how they go, oh yeah, the peep show there, that's how I'm going to do it.
Well, this is it. Like, now we got all these, all the kind of physics and stuff built into the game engines. Like, there's like guys on there who are making like their own fucking henty porn to wank over. Back when like the only way to do it was by coding it manually and fucking like teaching yourself fluid dynamics to a fucking postgraduate level.
Just to see Fry bumming Leela.
Yeah. Fucking like knowing more about fluid dynamics and fucking human biology than most people who are doctors in that field, but learning it just so you can like have like Lois Griffin like in 3D getting bummed by the dog, like fucking like it's an like fucking like universities cost, man. Fucking courses are expensive. Industries are gate kept.
Not that one.
For fucking autistic fucking would be sex offenders if it wasn't for the fact that they'd have to make eye contact with someone like fucking that are locked in their computers. They're like the most untapped source of fucking information. Knowledge. And like that's who you can go to for help. You got find them on Reddit. And like the truth is, like, fucking, that's probably like fucking they probably are like like, you know, like teaching themselves like all this stuff by the time they're like fucking 17, and then like when their mum's gonna be like fucking, you've got to get out the house. They're fucking like all all this fucking Dragon Ball porn you've been making is just and like your fucking socks I could fucking have turned to fiberglass. You've got to get out the house.
Carbon fiber sock.
Yeah, but they've got a reel and they could just like walk straight into fucking like DreamWorks or whatever. So like, you know, they probably are making fucking Star Wars now.
Just
like,
go into Pixar stinking a jizz and monster.
Like fucking like there is rumors like that like Disney Studios like fucking like of like you know like wait like before like, you know, everything was on computers and could be like taken away, like they used to like fucking like have to send people to go round because like all the people who made like fucking like Cinderella and fucking Seven Dwarfs like fucking just would not stop like hand drawing porn of all the characters, like, and fucking like they had to like fucking the like fucking like like management and like have to send people in to do a sweep in case like fucking like Snow White getting like battered from all getting bukkakied by the fucking Seven Dwarfs.
Yeah.
Like fucking were to escape into the general public.
All the dicks are sneezy.
They're doing it at fucking like 12 frames a second, like fucking background painters, like.
But yeah, you could probably they could probably have sold that at the time, like, to like some freaky guys.
Like there just isn't that much money in being like a fucking like artist who goes like, this is my art. So like fucking all like the real fucking so you know all like the shit like that requires like really good artists, but you know, from in the 30s like hand painting fucking like Disney cartoons to now with fucking like Dragon Ball Z characters sucking each other off. in 3D. Like fucking like all the greatest artists on the fucking like planet are doing that. And like they fucking learnt their trade by being fucking perverts. Because no one's gonna put their fucking weird shit in a gallery. Like fucking like our culture is defined.
And even if they did, there's probably no money in it anyway in the galleries. Like there's more, like you say, there's more money in that. That's their motivation. Like back in the day, they might be like, "Oh, I want to be an artist," but now, like you say, they're like, "Oh, the key is to try and work for Pixar, isn't it?"
Like that's probably just. Like, and they're probably just like working for Pixar to like bankroll their fucking like Genshin Impact's tentacle hentai habit. Like,
oh, the tentacle shit I can't deal with, man. Can't deal with it.
Yeah,
it freaks me out. I don't know about octopuses, me. Although, I did a tweet. This is how shit Twitter is. I did a tweet the other week. I've never been more convinced that a tweet was going to bang.
Yeah. And
it just didn't. So you know that mega buses are like naming their buses?
Yeah.
So one was like Tyres on Fury.
Yeah.
There was one called Octobussy.
Yeah.
Have you seen it?
Yeah.
So I just tweeted and I put, "Oh, this new gay remake of James Bond is like madder than I thought." Because I thought, "Oh, that's good."
Yeah.
Nothing. Got about 6 likes.
That would have put like... I think like fucking they deliberately like strangle you fucking what should we call it?
What if you say gay?
No, fucking
say James Bond.
No, fucking if they think you're saying funnier shit than the people who subscribe to Twitter.
Right, yeah, they want you to pay for it.
Because I know like fucking what should we call it? Like fucking like Instagram and all that. Like if I post like a story of me cat, it'll be like, you know, so many 100 people will see it. But if I post something that's a podcast clip, their algorithm recognises this is a podcast. He's probably trying to fucking like sell something.
Yeah, yeah.
So like about like 50 people see it, and like they're strangling it because like they sell the reach.
Yeah, of course.
So like Twitter are doing that now, but the reason why Twitter was good was it was the one place where like shit could bang just by being funny.
Yeah.
And now that's gone. It's fucking shit.
Yeah, it is shit.
Yeah.
Fuck Twitter, man.
Everything's shit. It's all bollocks. Fucking like we need to hand over the world to the autistic fucking henty guys. Yeah. Fuck it. They are providing our culture. Yeah. Oh no, fucking 51 minutes. There's
done well.
Yeah,
smashed it. I haven't podcasted for ages, mate. I haven't spoken a mic or nothing.
Yeah, fucking like. Have you got any like kind of news about when
no,
the new thing's gonna?
Maybe September. Might sit on it. Might just do it and then sit on it and then just flood the block.
But the problem is with like fucking
with the red tops.
Yeah, like loading up and fucking what should we call it? Like sitting on them is you've just got too much of a tank, so then you can afford to miss a week, and that's what happens. Like, would you get used to just not doing it every time? It's fucking impossible to.
Yeah, it is better when you're doing it every week, I think, but it's just harder to do.
Yeah,
I think the product is better.
Yeah,
like when I was doing it. That was when mine was at the best, when it was every week with the same people.
Yeah.
But obviously it just, things don't work out and it's like, ugh.
Yeah.
But, we are going to do it every week, me and this other person.
Yeah.
There you go. That's a teaser for you.
Yeah.
It's me and another person. So yeah, that's it really.
Yeah.
That's all other than that, I'm at Hot Water tonight.
Yeah.
Which is sick.
Fucking this probably won't be coming out for a week, so
yeah. Well, I might be there next week as well.
Yeah, well, there we go.
That's if not. See you there. I'm at Alexander's on Friday.
Yeah, hit up the KSC Patreon if you like been missing the podcast. Don't worry, I'm still doing shit well regularly on there. We got makings of. Sometimes I put like free PC games up there.
Oh, sick.
Fucking like my first short film that I made. I put that up there. I just chucked loads of shit up there, and there's only a few people get it, but it's good stuff. You can see like I uploaded a video what should we call it? Explaining the mechanics of jiggle physics. So if you want to learn Unreal Engine and you want some wobbly knockers in your game, like fucking like the information's all there behind the fucking paywall. I'm not fucking like putting it. I don't want to be known for it.
That's
like,
your OnlyFans, isn't it?
Yeah. Can you imagine if
Tits
that
in bio?
Can you imagine you fucking try to do all these things and make all these things and try and get something popping, and fucking like the thing that does end up finally popping is just like talking about how to make tits wobbly in a game.
Stranger things have happened.
Yeah.
Thanks, man.
Yeah. Thank you, man. Thank you. It's been good to get back in the studio, isn't it? Like,
Yeah.
I have to get a bit more of this on the case, like, and fucking try and get you back.
Yeah, whenever, like it's ideal, like this time of day.
Yeah.
I don't even know whether this needs to be recorded, but
Yeah.
this time of day is ideal for me, like in the day, like that.
Yeah.
Are you off? Because are you working or are you meant to be working?
Laters.